A question I think everybody been wanting to know is, are you still at Destination Smokehouse?
No, I'm not. I'm not at Destination Smokehouse. I'm with Tendernism now. You know, I had to go on my own, you know, so that way I can do what I have to do. So I don't want nobody to be, it is what it is. You got to move on. When things happen, you don't get mad. Hey, you just take another step. Get glad. Praise the Lord, you're still living. But just, hey, I'm finna tenderize the world now.
I'm about to be an internet celebrity. I'm about to be out there. Watch, he gonna be in a 20v1 next week. Smoke out, they're gonna have Walter at the 20v1 with Lil Woody and Charleston White. Yeah, the Tendernism man. All right, listen. I be joking about the Tendernism man. I was playing. I be joking. I be just tripping. I don't really think he was fired from slavery. I don't think he was a slave. You know what I'm saying? He got a slave face, slave mannerisms, and he worked for a white man, and he can't leave, and they didn't pay him. But that's not slavery. They're just friends. They're just friends. Anyway, long story short, Mr. Tenderism, the one we know and love for smoking the meat, pause, for smoking the meat till it fall off the bone. Apparently he was let go not long ago. This is not new information, but what they saying, so they say, it's gotten much worse. The title of this video, coming from Poetic Flacco, is Mr. Tenderism situation keeps getting worse.
Destination Smokehouse is still trying to finesse the OG Mr. Tenderism after firing him and stealing his trademark. In our last video, we covered how the community is galvanizing around Unc after Destination Smokehouse seemingly stole everything from him, fired him with no compensation whatsoever, and left him out to dry. It took a rapper called Cartel Bo stepping in to offer a helping hand, to give Unc his own food truck, his own restaurant, and get him back on his feet after the company that he made multi-millions of dollars left him out to dry and sent him home packing. These folks at Destination Smokehouse got no shame. After firing Unc, sending him packing, and stealing his trademark, you would think they would have the decency to leave this man alone. But no, they are right back under his post, trying to finesse more clout from out of him. So
under his post, normally when you do somebody dirty, you try to hide from them, sort of like block their page or something like that. But they in his comment section.
Unc posted this video where he's announcing that he'll be going from state to state and trying different barbecues across various cities.
That's what's up.
So Destination Smokehouse commented this. But they didn't just comment this, though. They came on Unc's page to try to take back the narrative. Because when people replied back to this, laughing, they think y'all broke up. Laughing. The internet sucks sometimes. Destination Smokehouse, this is their page with 1.1 million followers, says, never, that's my brother. That might seem harmless from the surface, but that's actually very diabolical. They thought y'all broke up. Never, we'll never break up. That's my brother. What?
They don't care what he said himself personally.
A question I think everybody been wanting to know is, are you still at Destination Smokehouse?
No, I'm not. I'm not at Destination Smokehouse. I'm with Tendernism now.
Look, they said Mr. Tenderism doing so bad. I saw a video with him trying to do Tenderism on the stove.
Yeah, that's Tendernism. Y'all ain't seen Tendernism like this before. We're gonna grab off there. Gonna have a little fun. Flavor come in.
It was all sticking to the pan. I said, damn, that's not, I don't think that's Tenderism, man.
From the surface, it looks like, oh, they're just supporting Mr. Walter. No, what's really happening here is they seen that after they kicked him out to dry, the community galvanized around him and picked him up. He gained over 190,000 followers in 3 weeks. He's building a social media presence. He's doing his damn thing. While their restaurant and their community and their reputation is taking a hit, people is done with them. So now they're back trying to connect themselves to Unc. Now, if it stopped there, if all they were doing was trying to connect themselves to Unc, that's one thing. But what they're doing by trying to dispel the narrative that Unc is completely done with them, by trying to debunk that they have split up, what you're doing is you're essentially calling Unc a scammer. Unc started a GoFundMe. During that GoFundMe, Unc said y'all fired him. So if you're telling people under his comment section, we didn't split up, You're saying he's a scammer? He's lying on his GoFundMe?
Yeah, but we ain't never gonna believe that. We ain't gonna. He not scamming.
Another question I know a lot of people are asking is about the GoFundMe. Why'd you start it? Is it really your GoFundMe? Those are the questions that I hear a lot of people doing. And then, maybe you can tell us a little bit about what you may do with the money.
Hey, the GoFundMe is to try to kick up me to move around and do things. Yes, it is, man. But hey, y'all gonna get some too. You know what? I'm gonna share it. I ain't like that. I'm gonna let y'all know I'm not like that. But I need to move around, cause in a few minutes I'm gonna have grills. I'm gonna have smokers, and I'm gonna be smoking everywhere I go. That's right. I say smoking. Don't take the wrong kind of smoking now and get out of hand. I'm talking about smoking meat. You dig? Tenderizing meat.
I ain't gonna lie. In the very beginning, I thought people were blowing it out of proportion. But I mean, sometimes when it look like a duck or walk like a duck, you know what I mean? It's not a penguin, man.
You're saying that what? That he's taking the money to get his own restaurant under false pretenses? They are trying to destroy this man in a very slick way. If you go to the GoFundMe and scroll down, it said right here that Walter was ultimately fired from the restaurant he helped make famous. So you're calling him a scammer? He's lying, right? Huh? That the $26,000 he has raised so far was all a sham?
Okay, that's what's up.
Obviously not. Obviously, the OG has left. But his people don't want the public to think they on bad terms because they understand, right? The public is riding with Walter over them, 100%. There are already people
They meet probably ain't even Tinder no more.
making conspiracy theorist videos about how Unc never split up. This is all a scam, that Destination Smokehouse secretly owns both the Uncle Tendernism brand and the Destination Smokehouse, and they run both pages, and they created this fake narrative to get more attention. So Unc was forced to respond to Destination Smokehouse.
That's
He
right.
was forced to respond because conspiracy theorists were online saying things like this about him because of that comment.
Mr. Tenderism got his own page now. And people are happy saying it's good he finally left that place. He's doing his own thing now. He's his own boss now. And people was mad at me because I'm like, this don't seem right. This a little fishy. I think Mr. Tenderism is still being used to push that business. He's
He trying to free Mr. Tenderism. He already free. He like, I'm right here. I'm free. I'm out. You don't gotta free me. I'm okay.
still works at Smokehouse Destination. He still works there. I don't think he got fairly compensated for the work and the attention, the popularity, the foot traffic he brought through that business's door.
Sure.
I know he didn't. I know for a fact he didn't. So him starting his page will give him more direct revenue. You get what I'm saying? More direct funds from him doing his Mr. Tenderism thing.
But he just making speculation. What I will say is, it is absolutely true that, I mean, maybe Destination Smokehouse may have done something, but they would not be what they are today without Mr. Tendernism. It's just that simple. It was his energy, his attitude, his social media presence, and he was just generally funny and interesting, and we gravitated towards that. I think that honestly, they should be, they own maybe half. But if there was no paperwork, if there was no formal agreement, you set yourself up. You expose yourself to fraud. I mean, to be robbed, to be done dirty. You're asking for it. And I'm sure he was just, like he always said, helping his homeboy. They say Mr. Tendernism was retired, had a little job at the little cafe. Allegedly, they were selling coffee. And he was like, look, we're going to have to do something to get some money up in here, man. Let me make some of this barbecue. And he brought his skills to them. Taught them the techniques. Gave them the sauce, the actual damn sauce. And then they kicked them out into the streets. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. Shout out to Mr. Tenderism. I don't know if he is in a position to do all this stuff they say he's about to do. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if for an older guy, he probably was cool because it was cushy. It was like, I just come up here, I make my barbecue, it ain't a whole lot to it. You know, crack a little joke here and there. And what is going to be required of him to do something bigger, I don't know if he's going to be down with all that traveling. You know, they saying he's gonna be going around and reviewing other smokehouses and different barbecue spots. And is Mr. Tenderism down for that? You know, can the OG take it? I hope so. I want to see him win, man. And this has been a terrible situation. But anyway, let's go. Let's hear what he got to say. Y'all want me to shut up. But yeah, this is just classic all over again. Classic evil white man shit. And I'm not saying all white people are evil. I'm just saying when you say evil white man, this is exactly what you're talking about.
For ourselves, what y'all think?
The conspiracy that Unc was still with Destination Smokehouse never crossed my mind. I never thought that was a possibility, right? Because
I'm about to be an internet celebrity. I'm about to be out there. Watch, he gonna be in a 20v1 next week. They're gonna have Destination Smokehouse. They're gonna have Walter at the 20v1 with Lil Woody and Charleston White.